He said, but I realized that at the end of this show, no matter what happens, I realized I came here to mend our relationship. Because Marcellas and I, as bumpy as the game was in season 3, I adored him. He adored me. We were both taken aback by what the situation was. But I think he felt he was hurt. You know, like people ask me, who's your favorite house guest in season 3 besides Jason? I would say Marcellas. I wouldn't even think about it. But I think we just had this huge gap between us that we can never thing. And he goes, I hope that you and I can be friends afterwards. And I said, I hope so. I hope so. I hope you understand. And that's why I took his eviction very hard. Very hard. And as much as, you know, people think I'm sitting here, Big Brother 3, then Danny would have been clicking her heels like, yay, da, da, da. I took it very hard. I took it very personal, and it was a hard thing for me. But we had this, and I don't know how he's going to be. You know, if say something happened, I go to Squash House. I don't know how Marcellas, because he's a very sensitive and emotional player. And that's one thing I know about him. But you know, I don't know. You know, I hope that we can move past certain things. I mean, 4 years.
Long time.
4 years and getting his emails, and we would have some verbal stuff with each other on emails. We wouldn't even talk to each other. And then I see him at the rap party, like, let's take a picture together.
He's got to let it go. That's the thing.
But the thing is, it's as
when
much...
When I first met you, I was like, oh my god, you're Danielle, because I'd watched the other 3, and I'm like, hey, there's Marcellas over there, you guys still friends?
And I'm like, no.
When did you guys meet at your rap party?
Yeah, at her rap party.
I just think he has got to let it go, or it's going to kill him.
I think by him coming here, by us talking about certain things, normally I'm a player that keep a lot of things in, and I internalize a lot of stuff. But the night before voting, I explained him. I broke it down. I broke it down to him, and that morning he woke up, he said, you know, you got to do what's best for your game. But I had to make sure he understood what my decision was. I don't know if he's coming or going or whatever was going to happen, but I had to do what I had to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And you guys will read chats, and I go, Marcellas, I wish him the best in life, but we are not friends. And he goes, maybe when we're 60 and I have a whole bunch of cats, you and I can still be friends. And he told me, I think maybe I wasn't here to win the game, but maybe I was here to come to completely forget. Because Marcellas, as much as we try to make jokes and we talk and stuff like that, I don't think he ever forgave me. Ever. And as much as you watch season 3 and everything, I never faked the funk. My tears were real. Period. I'm not an actress. I can't not cry that's not me. When I cried when Marcellas left, it was very difficult. It was very hard for me. And I was tormented, and 2 questions I asked. First question when I come out the house, when everything's done, do I have a job? And I looked at her and I said, was I wrong about Marcellas?
And what'd she say?
She goes, no, you weren't.
You're right. Wait till you see the footage of when Marcellas comes up to Boogie and I, and he goes, you're responsible for this nomination, for me being nominated. And I go, yep. And he goes, well, now I'm going to get evicted because of you. And I was like, yep. And he goes, I don't blame anyone but you. He goes to me, and I go, good. I'm the only one that you have to blame. He's like, I don't blame Janelle. I just goes, don't. Mm-hmm. And then he was just like, but like, I wouldn't engage him in an argument, so he was just like, he just like huffed off. I was like, trust me, I did. I want to say I did. I might go home next, but I did everyone a favor who's here, because you were going to flip flop on every single person every single week.
And Janelle, honestly, I'm telling you this. Well, man, he wanted me gone. I mean, you know, he wanted me gone like it was his job. Next minute, he's up hanging out with HOH with me. I mean, if you think I didn't see it, I saw it. At that time, it's just like, okay, well, that works for me at this time. But I saw it and everything.
You know what clicked in my head is I went up, I was like, Boogie, we're getting nominated this week. We better go up there and do something. So we went up, and I was like, Janelle, can I talk to you for a second? And you were like, yeah. Marcellas walks in. He walks by, and he's like, oh, don't mind me. And he goes, like, in the bathroom, and I was like, I'm trying to have a private conversation. And you go, don't worry, that's just Marcellas. I was like, I'm trying to get, like, you're just going to let him hear everything. I was like, no.
I learned everything. Every time anyone would come, I'd be like, oh, it's just Marcellas. He can sit and listen.
You were like, he could just stay. Well, I was like, that's not Bear, your pet. Like, he can't be in here, but I'm trying to, like, have a secret.
He was just like, people would come in for, like, deals or don't nominate me, and he'd walk in and be like, go have a seat. They'd be like, what the hell is this?
I was like, what the hell? I was like,
Marcellas.
But, you know, people don't give him credit because as much as people, like, say he flip-flop, Marcellas is very, very smart in the game.
Absolutely.
Extremely smart. And when I was HOA, she's like, so is this your plan? I'm like,
no, well, but see, this is, his downfall was when Janelle was like, when as soon as you weren't HOH or season 6 was an HOH, he was gone. He was gone.
Yeah,
you never even saw him again. And I was like,
you.
I was
Girl,
like,
if you could hear what I heard. And don't get me wrong.
I don't have to hear anything. I mean, I can.
You just saw it. You
Yeah.
saw his behavior and everything like that. And, you know, he would come and say, what's your plan?
none of your damn business.
I would go, well, the two people are nominated, and I looked at him, and I was very serious. You do what's best for you. So what if this happens? We won't know until it happens. I was like this, Janelle. So if you ever thought he never came to you and told you anything, because he didn't know anything, because I knew his hidden agenda was to make sure Kaser was gone. And he even told me, he goes, that day you and Kaser were talking, I'm like, you see that look she got? That's the same look she had with Jason. You better watch that. And I was just like, well, yeah, of course I adore Kaser. But, damn. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I totally love him. Chichi Magachu, come on. With the white robe, how can you not love him? You cannot love him.
He's great TV, and he played his role. And I give respect for that.
He played his role. And no matter what you see, no matter what he says and everything, at the end of the day, just know that at the end of the day, he's going to love and adore you. You remember that. So you might be pissed off. I'm sure I'm going to watch some stuff he said about me. It's Marcellas. You can't expect anything less or anything more from him.
I think the truth is, when the show's over, if you're friends, then you were friends on the show.
Right.
Take Boogie and I, for example. Like, I'll definitely be friends with people on the show. Absolutely, 100%. I think you and I will talk all the time. I will absolutely be friends with people on the show. But there was people my season, like Nicole and Hardy, were like this on the show, and I was like, you two will not be friends September 25th. And they weren't.
They weren't?
No, they don't. Nicole was asking me if Hardy's doing All-Stars. She was like, he won't return my call. Like,
why?
Because they weren't really friends. The whole point is they weren't friends. They were friends for convenience. They were friends just, like, it's one thing to have an alliance, but it's another thing to have a friendship.
And that's the difference between Jason and I's relationship.
Because you guys are close friends.
We are extremely close friends. Like, I'm sitting here, I'm taking a born-again, virgin Christian boy to the final two. If I would have taken him, Janelle, it would have been 10-0, and he would have won. And you know what? Wouldn't even care. I would have jumped on his back. I think I would have probably celebrated more than he would have. I would have. I would have been like, oh,
See, once again, that's the thing. People think it's a $450,000. They think, like, the problem is, how can I explain this? If you're a doctor and you work hard, you get paid. No matter what job it is, if you work hard, you get paid. But on this show, you can work hard and not get paid.
Right.
And there can be a $450,000. You didn't know if Diane left before Nokomis, and as a result, I refuse to take it personally this season.
I can't take it personally.
If I didn't get enough nectar in the thing, and we're getting the ice cream because I wanted the trampoline, my Boogie can kiss my ass, even though he's one of my friends. Like, too bad.
As much as Boogie be
He's crazy.
Up. He's crazy. I'm like, dude.
He's like, we didn't need that trampoline, dude. You had to eat slop one day.
17 hours of slop. Seriously.
Chicken George has been on it for 20 days, 30 days.
Don't even trip chocolate chip. It's just like, you just look at him, and you can see his demeanor.
Yeah, big time.
It's unbelievable. Like, when you guys were like, what days we're going to pick, I said, I'm going to be quiet. I'm going to let Boogie decide. Because I could tell just looking at him, like, it was serious.
But he's like, don't do the Christmas. I want to eat and eat that. No, we're doing the Christmas. It might suck, but we are doing that.
We're getting the trampoline.
That wasn't even a discussion. We were like,
it was hilarious watching him.
He's never even been on slop, though. I don't know what he's about.
He's been on it one day.
It's like, shut up. Everyone's been on it for like a week or 2 weeks.
A week. He doesn't get it. He doesn't get the freaking, like, it's slop, dude. Do a week and call me later. You know what I'm saying? It's hilarious. Just because y'all say slop, any competition we have in slop, Boogie face gets all serious, and he's like, he's worried.
I'm gonna secretly put him on slop if I can. If they somehow, I'm gonna secretly put him on it and blame it on someone else.
He can't possibly win this game unless he does a week of slop.
Right, exactly.
It's seriously, it's like everyone's done.
I'm not voting for someone who doesn't do slop.
You gotta do slop.